up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. My guy Kaz is here with me, guest
up,
hosting
Ange?
for the first time. And what a great day for you to come because Shakur Stevenson is here.
Super excited to hear from Shakur. What's going on, champ?
What up?
Doing all right, all right. Newark resident, you're here fighting for the first boxing match ever in the tennis arena, tennis stadium in Queens. I know you get a lot of opportunities to have great fights, but how do you feel fighting in what's close to be your hometown?
I mean, it feel good. It feel like history gonna be made. I feel like since I'm the first one in the arena, I gotta leave a mark. So I'm coming to make a statement, and I'm gonna put on a performance of a lifetime.
I feel like there's been a lot of talk about that too, because your defensive style, it's very controversial. It's got a little Floyd to it, but how important is it to not just win, but to put on a great show in what is close to being your hometown?
Yeah, for me, I want to shut a lot of people up. So I'm gonna shut a lot of haters up, a lot of doubters. I'm gonna be on point. I'm gonna be sharp. But people that's hating on my defense, they could keep hating on it because they going to see that night too.
This is going to be what a lot of people are saying your toughest fight to date.
It can be.
Yeah, you said it can be. Maybe not.
Yeah.
But it is also going to be exciting just because of, the different fighting styles that both of you guys have. So when it comes to training for something like that, how is that different for you, adapting your style? Or he's got to adapt to you?
He got to adapt to me for sure, but honestly, I'm kind of like excited because it's a new challenge. I never fought nobody who throws this many punches around ever, so
and that's exciting already. So I think that's going to bring the best out, just because I can't wait to see how that's going to affect the way that you fight too.
Yeah, I think it's going to take me to a new level. I think we did a lot in training camp to prepare for it, so I think he's going to bring the best out of me, and I think July 12th, we whooping his ass.
So how is training in Houston just now? Because I know you go to Houston, you leave home, you have to go there, kind of block everything else out. How do you feel now being back here, and how is Houston?
This camp we actually trained in Houston. We usually don't train in Houston for to get ready for the fights, but I mean, I love camp. I kind of blocked away the noise. I stayed in my comfort zone at times, but then I got out of my comfort zone at times. So it was a great training camp.
Did you stay off social media?
At times, yeah. But then, I get back on and talk a little shit at times. So.
I saw you you don't have to respond to everything I'm learning.
I feel like you got to, though, right? Because you talked about haters, you talked about staying off of social media. Cam and Mace with the Is What It Is podcast, lots of back and forth there.
Yeah, sometimes it's just fun. Somebody going to say their opinion about you. Why you can't go give your opinion about them?
Right.
That's a fact. But then it makes it bigger, and then it turns into because sometimes you talking to somebody, like a random person, let's say, that gives them a lot of attention. And then now you done made a whole story into...
I be talking to random people all the
I
time.
know.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't mind talking to the random. It's just all right, so say I'm outside and we on a block or something, and it's a random right there. They come with their point of view. I might argue with my point of view right then and there with no problem, but the only difference is I'm somebody, so social media going to make everything bigger than what it is.
Right. It's going to be a whole situation.
Yeah.
The other thing that you've been doing, I see, is also a lot of people will be critical of you who are boxing commentators, but you don't have a problem sitting down and addressing that head on, too.
Hell no. I mean, only problem I have is certain times with, the commentators who kind of act like they mess with you, and then when they see you, and then when they get online, they talk bad about you. They talk super bad about you, but then when they see you, they want to be super friends.
What's that? Yeah.
I think it's fake, so I kind of let people know if you got fake energy, I don't want to be around that. I don't fuck with you. I'll let you know fuck you.
Before you walked in, we were talking about the fact that, because I was they be giving it to Shakur. There's a lot of critiques about your style. People would be like, but then at the same time, we were just saying, who don't they do that to when it comes to boxing? There's nobody that people are like, this person is just amazing all the time.
Yeah, I feel as though, being a young black fighter is where we got to fight through a lot of trials and tribulations, just being young and black. So I think Floyd had to go through it. If you watch Terrence Crawford's career, he went through so much of them saying he got a glass jaw. And
that win was so big for him.
Yeah, then once he won, it's everybody flipped the switch. So I just know my time coming.
The fight was Zepeda coming up, obviously, throws a lot of punches, very aggressive.
Yeah.
How do you plan to sort of counteract, the aggressive style that he fights?
can he throw 1,000 punches if I'm punching him?
Right.
I think a lot of people don't hit him. So Saturday night I will be punching him, man. Let's see if he's still able to throw them 1,000 punches.
All right. Now I don't want to look too far ahead of it, but obviously you want to handle business here. Everybody wants to see that fight with you and Tank Davis, man. I think that is one
he
of the
does
big
too, right?
prize fights left out there, man. Like, how do you feel about that? I don't want to have you looking ahead of what's happening Saturday, but clearly that's a big money match right there.
Honestly, I've been calling for the fight for 2 to 3 years now, so I'm ready for the fight. It's all on Tank. Tank got to say he's ready. I've been hearing that he's gonna fight Jake Paul, so
Jake Paul.
Yeah, it don't seem as though.
Well, he ranked now. He ranked, so I guess he
nah,
legit.
that's not. No, that's not boxing. That's not boxing. Boxing is fighting the best people in your weight class, and the person that people think that can beat you. People don't think Jake Paul can beat him. So,
of course.
Well, I have 2 questions about that. Okay, number one, I know you said that you thought Lamont Roach won that fight against Gervonta Davis, and that you said if the rematch, you think he's going to win that fight. So why not? Wouldn't that be like naturally for you the next person that you would want to fight over Tank?
Yeah, it would be if he beats Tank. I don't want to fight him if he don't beat him. So
Okay.
we got to wait and see what happens in that fight.
And then when it comes to, like you said, it should be whoever's the best. But I feel like boxing is also really political. Like there's mandatory fights that you have to have. So it's not always going to be, okay, this is the person that's going to be the best fight for me. This is what I have to do to get to this level. And even like you said, sometimes it's hard for you to get those opponents based on who you're, who's managing you, who you're signed to, and all of those things.
I disagree when you're in the position of a Tank, because Tank is like the biggest star in the world, one of the biggest stars in the world. So with him being at that top spot, he can pick and choose who he wants to fight. If he want to fight this guy, he can fight this guy. So, and my brain is like, just say you want to fight and we can make it happen at any given time.
Because sometimes people also think about like the money aspect of it too, like what's going to be the biggest draw. And sometimes the biggest draw isn't always going to be. Do you agree with that?
No,
I agree with that, but let me ask you this. If you're going to fight Lamont Roach, Frank Martin, what was the last 3? That was the last 2. You're going to fight them guys, right? Do you think that them guys is a bigger draw than me?
Well, I'll put you in this question, right?
No, it ain't even no question. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't even think it's about the draw, but you mentioned the Jake Paul of it, right? Like
that's a draw for people.
That's better.
Yeah,
that's better.
That's what I'm saying.
If we're talking about business,
right?
If we're talking about business, but I'm just speaking as far as the aspect of the sport. But
well, how do you find that balance though? Because I think what you do, obviously, as a purist in boxing, is one thing. But I think in the last 5-10 years, it's almost been like this part of sideshow of boxing where we want to see like the celebrity boxers and the athletes and everything that Jake Paul has done to kind of bring a lot more attention to the sport. You kind of have to carry that other side of it. Like, how do you find the balance of finding a great fight, but also finding the most profitable and popular fight?
I mean, I'm good. I'm good at the end of the day. I make a bunch of millions. I go home to my family, so I'm good. But I think like people in y'all position got to hold these stars and people accountable. Y'all got to start saying something to make these big fights happen. Because if y'all don't say nothing, if y'all sit there and be like, oh, it's a business, whatever, y'all allow them to keep doing whatever they doing, and they get away with fighting guys that we don't know. So I think it's like up to y'all in y'all positions that y'all
to demand the fights that it is that we want to see.
Yes, because at the end of the day, if the fight don't happen, then years later we're gonna look down the line like, damn, I wish Shakur and Tank would have gotten the ring. And then when the fight don't happen, y'all like, damn. Feel me? So
there's been some upsets though. I feel like with some of the people that we thought was gonna be, and especially,
that's boxing.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Nobody could take it for granted.
For sure. It's boxing.
So, Shakur, we talked earlier about, when you're training and trying to tune out what people are saying about you and all that type of stuff. And I just think of those montages in boxing movies when you're hearing, like, the commentators saying, he can't do this, he can't do that. Like, does anybody do that to you when you're in training camp? Are you playing these clips in your head of folks saying that, well, you're just a defensive fighter, you can't really knock people out, you can't put on a show or anything like that? The Tom and Jerry comments and all that stuff.
Yeah, I be thinking about a lot of that shit. Sometimes when I go in the gym, I kind of like, it's like I could feel like what's happening in my brain now. I kind of like go and spar, and I'm like, okay, today we gonna go in there, stay in the pocket, we gonna put some punishment on this guy, let our hands go. So I kind of, I hear some of the critics. I don't take it too bad, but I know like, okay, I'm gonna just work on my game and try to get better in that aspect. That way, I be better at it. I don't want to go back and forth like what I can or can't do. I know what I can do, so I think the world gonna see July 12th.
What's some advice that you've been getting from your team now that you're like, okay, these are the things that I need to do to switch up, not just in the ring, but in life in general?
Tune the noise out. Tune the noise out. I'm good at like not allowing all of the noise to get to me, and like even if y'all see me tweeting back and forth, that don't mean that it really got to me. It just means like I'm bored that day.
You had time to that.
Yeah, like I got bored.
I'm on a flight. I might as well respond to this.
Like Kevin Durant does the same thing. Like he'll get online, talk back and forth with fans and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah, but truthfully, like just tuning the noise out and not hearing everything everybody got to say, because opinions is like assholes. Everybody got one. So.
And you've been boxing since you were 5 years old.
Yeah.
What have you seen change, since from when you first started, like in the Olympics and everything, to where you are now?
I seen the sport change in a way to where it's like casuals rule the sport.
That's how it is in general, because I think it's social media has made that happen.
Yeah, social media gave everybody a platform, so anybody can say whatever they want, whether they know or not. So it's a lot of false information that's being passed around in our sport, but it is what it is. You gotta live with it, because this is the day that we living in. So
what's the craziest thing you heard about yourself?
The craziest thing I heard
that
about
wasn't
myself?
True.
I always hear like I got pillow hands and I got no power. So
yeah, people say that. They're like, he can, you're a great defensive fighter. You can get on the inside, but people say your punches don't land with powers.
I mean, the thing is like I know I got power. So like when I hear it, it's like, okay, y'all can say that, but y'all not the ones in the ring feeling these punches. There's a reason why certain guys don't walk in and just walk right through my punches, and when they try to, they get hurt. So. Saturday night, this guy may be one of them guys too.
In the last fight with Josh Padley, was that something you looked out to make sure to do when you went and got that TKO? You were like, all right, I don't want this to go to the judges. I want to make sure that I end this and I stop this fight.
Nah, I knew he wasn't on my level. He wasn't on my level. So at times I had to carry him.
Okay.
I had to carry him at times. So like in certain rounds, it's like.
When you say carry him, be clear, like
I heard my hands.
Okay,
I heard my hands. So when I heard my hands, I had to carry him through certain rounds.
Got you.
And then when it was time to go home, I told myself like, okay, let's get him out of here.
Finish this over.
Yeah.
Now I didn't even know you had that in you. Hell yeah. Man, so let's talk about the economics of boxing, right? I feel like right now it's a really interesting time. Dana White's getting into it, obviously with the TKO and all that stuff. The fights that happened in Riyadh, the Top Rank deal that you turned down, $15 million.
Yeah, there's a Netflix fight on actually on Friday, the night before yours.
Yeah, too. Yeah. I feel like right now the economics of boxing is so wide open because of what you just said, right? It's the notoriety, it's the people that the social media everybody having a voice, and now money has sort of exploded in a way that we really haven't seen in boxing recently. How do you sort of like maneuver that when it comes to not just picking your fights, but putting on the best fights that fans want to see as well?
Honestly, I kind of let my team handle most of the business part. I'll kind of chime in on what I want, but truthfully, I kind of let them sit back and maneuver what we do, and I chime in and do my job. But as far as like boxing, I feel like boxing at a great space. I feel like even with like how I just said the casuals in the sport of boxing, that makes the sport much bigger.
Right.
It makes like a lot of people looking in, and even when them guys hate on me, it's cool because at the end of the day, you got 1 million people tuning into
they gonna watch
my
the fight.
name. Like,
hate on you.
Yeah, it's like it's 100 people that want to see
me. They still got to pay the same admission,
Yes.
you know what I mean, to hate or love. So I hear that for sure.
That 5-fight, $15 million deal that you turned down from Top Rank, I felt like that did not sound like enough. And I know, obviously, you did too. But when I heard that number at the time, I was like, I feel like he should be making way more than that.
It wasn't the number that kind of threw me off, because, I mean, I like, I love money, but it wasn't the number. It was more so the energy. Like, when I sat down at the meeting and we sat there, it just felt like the energy was off. Like, the energy was like, they wasn't really, like, messing with me. Like, I wasn't who I was, and I've been with that company since I was 19 years old. So, the energy kind of like drew me back. I'm like, okay, I don't need y'all. It was like more so like they was kind of at that point in time, they was trying to show me that I needed them.
Right.
So my point now was like, okay, I don't need y'all. Like, let me let y'all know I don't need y'all. I'm a man. At the end of the day, I can go get it in plenty different ways. So that's what that was.
That's good. I'm glad you did that. You feel like you made the right decision.
For sure, for sure.
And they weren't getting you the fights that you wanted to have.
No, they wasn't. But I wouldn't mind working with them again.
Okay.
And just because of the fact that if they come correct,
you know, sometimes when you've been with somebody from the beginning, they also don't see the value because you've been there. Yeah, they take it for granted because they also feel like they help like mold you into who you are, and that, and then sometimes you got to go away to be able to come back and negotiate bigger.
Yeah, but it was a two-way relationship. It's like, yeah, y'all helped me become what I've become, but I also feel as though a lot of black fighters signed with Top Rank because of me. Like, a lot of young black fighters have come up signing with Top Rank because I had signed with them, man. When I signed with them, they said black fighters don't go to Top Rank. Top Rank is racist, but I kind of broke that stigma, so I felt as though it was a two-way relationship. It wasn't just they helped me and I didn't help them. I helped them too.
No, absolutely.
So when it didn't work out, did any of that stigma sort of come back? Did you kind of feel like, damn, maybe they were right? Maybe there was something about to this black fighter thing when they didn't value me the way I thought I was valued?
I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. I ain't charging nobody. Business is business.
Right.
You move on, find better business elsewhere. But like I said, I wouldn't mind working with anybody in business as long as the business come correct.
Do you think about one day having your own promotions company?
Yes.
Because I feel like that is the best, situation. Obviously, you see all these boxers. You've been in the ring with a lot of them when they're on the come up too. You and Zepeda have been in the ring when you were younger together as well. What do you remember that experience?
Yeah. I actually got a video of it. No cap, I got like a little 10-second clip, but
Are you gonna put it out?
Nah, I ain't gonna put it out. I'm gonna let him be okay with it.
Okay.
I felt like I got off. Yeah, went my way. We was like 17, 18. I'll show you it after the show. We was like 17, 18. I felt like it went my way, but he's a good fighter. He's tough.
Okay. So have y'all ever, since that's the only time you've been in the ring together?
I think we sparred several times.
Okay.
At the during the same period of time, so.
So this is gonna be interesting because it's also
yeah.
It's interesting with boxing too. Is a lot of times you be cool with somebody, but then at some point you got to get in the ring with them.
Yeah, that is crazy because like how y'all talking about Lamont, I'm actually really cool with Lamont, but I want to fight him. Like I want to fight him just to prove that I'm better than him.
But it's a level of respect that you have after that
Hell
too,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know, there's something there's a certain level of camaraderie you get after you punch each other in the face. Like, all right, we've been through it now.
Yeah, I got respect for him anyway because we done been in the ring several times too. So my respect level for him goes high. Okay. I actually knew before the fight how that fight was gonna turn out.
Yeah, you bet on it.
Yeah, I won hella money too.
Yeah, I saw that it was gonna go to distance, and you said you didn't think that they would let Lamont Roach win if it went to distance.
I knew that.
Yeah,
I kind of knew that. So it went exactly how it went in my brain on fight night.
You kind of psychic. But how you see it going Saturday?
Saturday,
so I can bet some money too.
I see me outboxing him early, but I see him making me fight, and when he make me fight, him realizing that I can fight too. So.
But I feel like with the narrative out there is if this goes the distance again, they're gonna start saying the same thing. Like, oh, it's a boring fight. Oh, he's defensive.
It could be
It can't be a boring fight with him.
Right.
I don't think it's impossible. With a guy that's throwing that much and opening up that much, it's impossible for it to be boring. I don't see it.
This is going to be interesting because your styles are so different. Yep. That's why I can't wait to see who's going to be the person that has to adapt more to the other person. Because he's going to be...
He is, for sure.
He tends to get more defensive.
He can only do one thing. I can do several different things. Like, if I want to stand in a pocket, I can stand in a pocket. If I want to move around the ring, I can move around the ring. He can only go forward and throw punches. That's it. So...
And that leaves him very vulnerable, too. And I know you know how to get in there.
Yeah.
Well, you're from the area, man. You grew up here in Newark. You know, you're fighting in Queens. You know, I feel like it's going to be a lot of family, a lot of people that watch you grow up in this sport coming to watch you fight this weekend. You know, local athletes have a special relationship with the kids in this area, and I know you have a special relationship with the kids around here too, man. How does your boxing success lead to really lifting up the community around you, especially at such a young age?
I mean, it means everything to me to like give back to the kids, because at the end of the day, I felt as though when I came up, I didn't see no celebrities come to my city and come talk to me right there, let me know it's possible. I never seen that. So for me, when I go talk to the kids, I'm trying to give them something that I never seen before. And I want to let them know it's hope, give them motivation. I want to let them know where they at is not where they're going to be. So that's my main purpose in life, to be honest.
And on top of it, you're fighting at one of the most unique sporting venues in New York, right? Like you're fighting the Arthur Ashe, the legendary tennis stadium.
Yeah.
That's never had a boxing fight.
I've never been there.
That's huge. That is such a big, because when I was seeing where the fight was, I was like, where's this fight at? Is it at
I assumed
UBS?
Barclays or something like that.
Well, I knew it was in
oh,
Queens, but I was like, where is this in Queens? And so that is going to definitely be unique.
Yeah, I've never been there, never even heard of it, to be honest.
Right.
But it sounds so big, and
it's actually making history. So that's always a good thing.
The only time I went there was a Drake and Lil Wayne concert way back then. That was the only time. So.
Now, being from Newark and seeing how much investment is being made in that city, what are some things are you investing in Newark? Because sometimes, again, when you're from somewhere, you know, it's hard to see that having grown
yeah,
up
I
there.
definitely invest in Newark, but I do like little things. Right now, I'm just trying to like build and be able to do big things. Like I want big programs that's gonna like help the kids. Like that's like some of my goals. At the end of the day, I only really care about helping like the future of the next generation, to be honest, because I know that the future is where it's at, to be honest. So
I know you said that Jay Prince has been really instrumental in helping you with like managing your money, making sure you don't blow things. What's some good financial lessons that you've learned?
Good financial lessons that I learned, it might be crazy because like I mean,
it's okay. You're still young.
I'm the type, I like to buy everything off. Like, I don't like to pay.
You don't want a mortgage. You don't want a payment plan.
I like to just go ahead, buy it off.
You don't want to lease.
It's mine. Like, it feels like a whole different category when that shit is, like, mine. So, I think that's something I definitely learned from Jay Prince.
To do that or not to do that?
To do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the business side, you got Jay Prince. On the boxing side, you got guys like Andre Ward, Terrence Crawford. Those guys have been, you know, you talk about the generation before you that you want to, you know, help out. How did that generation, and, you know, Terrence Crawford is still, you know, active right now. How has those boxers really helped and shape your career, how you want to see it?
See, like what Andre Ward and Bud is two different relationships. Like with Bud, I sat there and I kind of like watched Bud for years and years, and I kind of picked up on a lot of his habits, and I appreciate Bud because Bud.
What specific habits did you pick up on?
We got like a caring kind of attitude where we care for a lot of people.
Yeah.
That and also like his training habits. I can't tell his secrets. I gotta keep the secrets to myself.
Okay.
But with Andre Ward, he's good at like explaining everything, like from detail to detail, and yeah, I was around him as a kid when I watched him spar and been around him and seen him train. But he gonna detail me everything. He tell me every little thing from what to eat, from the rest days to if I should take the ice bath. Like he just kind of on point with everything. So I appreciate Andre Ward too.
Absolutely, man.
Now you also did something after a fight that went viral when you proposed.
Yeah.
In the ring after the fight. That's a crazy time to do it too, but you did. I mean, of course, if you win, if you hadn't, you still would have proposed.
Nah, I told him. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of told her. I said, "Yo, if this shit go left, don't bring that shit in the ring.
Keep the ring outside."
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely told them that. I don't think I try not to think about things going left, but in that situation, I wanted to make sure they knew.
Because that would have been awful.
Right.
No, not right now.
It's not completely up to you, right? Like,
But I performed well that night. I was kind of on point. So
Did that have your adrenaline going, knowing that you also had that about to happen? Like, I can't lose because afterward we got this going down. No,
I wasn't thinking about that shit
at all.
I was like locked in, like from 1 to 12, like every round locked in. And that was the biggest fight of my career, so I knew, like, okay.
So you knew you was doing the right thing.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
What about your daughter, like knowing that you're a boxer and seeing fights and things like that? How do you explain that? Like, this is daddy's job and don't hit people at school. When you...
Nah, I be telling her, like, she would come to the gym and watch me. I be telling her, like, cheer for me. And only thing that I be kind of worried about when it come to my daughter is, like, her actually wanting to fight. Like, I don't want her to even wanting to get into boxing in no type of way. So I'm definitely going to stay on top of her and make sure that don't happen.
Well, why not?
I was about to say, what if she turns 12, 13 years old and she's like, yo, man, I want to be in the family business.
Boxing is a dangerous sport, and I feel like I ain't going to say you got to come from where I come from to do it, but it just feels as though, like, you have to for me. Like, I don't think you're going to be
a little too privileged because of you.
Yeah. You're going to be rich and, like,
that
shit different.
She could be a bougie boxer.
Nah, hell nah. That means somebody from the trenches going to come fight her and whoop her ass. And I ain't with that shit. Hell
but she got a lot of access to the best.
Then I got to sit right there and, like, watch her fight.
That's going to be
like,
hard for you.
Hell no, I'm getting in the ring and whooping somebody's ass.
Because she's watching you and she's probably like...
She's going to pick up some things.
Hell no. She could be able to do that shit in school, though. I'm cool,
Right.
Just defend herself. That's all I want.
Okay. Did you get married yet? Because I know you...
Nah, not yet. But
Okay.
I will, like, on my time. So.
Well, congratulations on that. So,
Thank you.
Do you want to do a destination wedding? Do you know what the plan is?
Nah, I have no plan. I'm kind of like an in a moment type of person. Like, I
step
try
by
to
step.
step by step with me, for sure.
Who's walking you out to the ring? Because I haven't seen that.
I don't know. I have no clue this
You
time.
don't know still?
It's a big thing
Saturday.
to have set up, man.
Normally the
know.
person got to be here. If you could choose somebody, who would be your ideal? Are there like choices, options?
If I could choose somebody, I would go with Rod Wave.
Okay.
All right.
I think Rod Wave is like, he's big in like every area in hip hop. So.
All right, that was interesting. I
was about to say, Rob Wave don't get me in the mood to fight. He get me in the mood to like,
Nah, y'all gotta go with the certain songs, like
certain vibe.
You feel me?
Okay, I was about to say,
you can't pick the
Rob
sad
Wave does not
song.
put me in a fighting mood at all.
You can't listen to Tombstone. Like, Tombstone can't be what you listen to. Hell no.
People be like, what's going on? This might gonna be long. Well, listen, thank you so much for coming through and stopping by, because this is gonna be a big weekend. People can still buy tickets though, right?
Yeah. I think tickets still on sale for sure.
All right, we going? Kat, we going,
I'm out, definitely.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
Man, pull up and watch this ass whooping.
Please.
Watch this motherfucking ass whooping. That's what y'all
And then we need that Tank fight, man, afterwards.
Hey.
That's the fight we need.
Well,
I told y'all it's on Tank. It's on Tank. Tell him pull up and.
But
it's
it
gonna
also
happen.
might depend on this next,
Listen, all
on
respect
his,
to Zepeda, obviously, but
on Tank's next fight. It might depend on that too.
Facts.
Like what happens with that, because
His next fight with who?
I don't know, whoever. I know he's in talks to fight again. So
I mean, if he fighting Jake Paul, I don't want to.
you
watch
wouldn't do
shit.
that. You wouldn't fight Jake Paul.
I will fight Jake Paul. I will fight for the
Okay,
money.
so there
I
you
keep
have
it
it.
real
That's an
for
easy
sure.
bag.
But I'm just telling you, like, I'm not watching that shit for sure.
You are gonna watch it.
I guarantee you, I'm not watching that shit.
How could you not watch it and tweet about it?
I
and
watch real boxing. Like, I'm not trying to see him in the ring with Jake Paul. Like, it just don't excite me.
even the fact that Jake Paul's ranked now.
I like Jake
cruiserweight.
Paul. I'm a
Yeah,
Jake
yeah.
Paul fan.
Uh-huh.
It don't excite me to watch somebody that's my op
Right.
in the ring with Jake.
Okay.
Like, come on, it's not an exciting thing.
Got you.
And let's also not forget that Clarissa Shields has a fight coming up, because we cannot
The
talk
Globe.
about that. Yes, on the
Globe,
26th.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm
In-
glad that
in
you
Detroit.
pointing that out, because, like, people need to point out the fact that Clarissa is the best to ever do it. She's the Floyd
Male
Mayweather.
or female? Yep.
Floyd Mayweather of fucking girl boxing. So
Mm-hmm.
I think people need to give her more credit.
Yeah, they give her a hard time, boy.
Yes.
Let me
Like-
tell you something. We talk about boxers getting a hard time. I think Clarissa, she'd be
Yes.
like, I demand my respect.
Yeah.
And
She kind of
she's
do
like,
it to
got a
herself
whole
too,
movie
though.
out.
Like,
Yeah, I was about to
she
say,
really
like-
be
she
like,
demands your respect.
she pop her shit, so she do it to herself. But people need to just like
But
allow
ain't that
her
what
to.
boxers do? Pop your
Yes,
shit.
yes.
That's
Allow
what you
her
gotta
to.
do.
It's
Allow
prize
her
fighting,
to.
man. You got to be in promote
Because
mode
if people
all
are
the
not gonna
time.
give you your props, sometimes you gotta take
Take
them.
it, and that's what she's doing. But
Mm-hmm.
they hate when the way that she's doing it. But for
Like,
me, I like it.
Think about you being undefeated, and then almost half your fights haven't gone. You know, like that's not a bad rank. That's not bad proportionately, but they act like
It's bad.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's the same thing with her. I feel as though she's the greatest I ever seen. Like I watched her from. She's the greatest. Like her mental is like different. So I'm a fan of Clarissa.
I know you guys are in different weight classes. You think she could beat you then?
Hell no. Fuck no. Hell no. Fuck no. I've been in the ring with Clarissa, but Clarissa is like she a girl, so it's like
It's different.
I barely want to hit her. Like I would be in the ring like no, I don't want to hit. Like that's my sister too, so it's like nah.
Okay.
But she definitely knows. Hell no.
She want to fight men though. She don't care. That's what
Yeah.
she like. I'll do it. I'll fight.
Leave her little brother alone. Like, let me be. I'm
Not
good.
no pros, man. Please.
Nah, I think she can fight certain men. I would like to see. I would watch her versus Jake Paul.
She would, yeah.
You think
Because
she
I
handles
would watch
Jake Paul?
can't stand.
I will watch the fight.
I think she'll outbox her.
I will watch the fight. That's all I'm gonna say. I for sure will watch that shit.
Somebody set it up. Cut the check. Put it on Netflix. I'm watching that immediately.
All right, well, Saturday, July 12th, William Zepeda versus Shakur Stevenson. We're putting our money
For sure.
for sure.
Come on,
sure.
man.
For
And I need
sure
a
on
knockout,
Shakur.
bro. I don't want to
For
see
sure.
no judges' cards. I don't want to see no UDs, none of that.
Yeah, I
want
can't.
a
I can't
KO.
promise you.
I just want you to
I
win.
can't promise you if I'm gonna knock this guy out. Because if he got a head that he could take punishment,
That's
all
a
night,
fact.
Yeah.
That's on him. Like
all right.
he
I'm
tough.
just putting the pressure on you, champ.
yeah. I like the pressure. It's cool. Cool. I'm gonna perform though.
Come
I
on,
promise.
man. That's all I want to see.
I'm gonna perform.
But good luck this weekend, man. Can't wait to see it, brother.
Thank
Of
you.
course.
And then is it to order the fight? Is it on DAZN or what's?
I think it's on DAZN. Yeah.
It's on DAZN? All right,
Yeah.
just had to make sure. So for people who are going to be having fight parties,
Yep.
watching the fight, you can order it on DAZN. But if you could pull up,